What is going on, guys? Welcome back to TvandME. I am Kevin and this is my reaction stroke review to Season 1, Episode 5 of The Walking Dead. We are back after the disaster of an episode that was last week's. Disasters in two senses. One, it was a nightmare to edit because, as you probably saw in the comment section of the last one, it was out of sync a bit, and no matter what I did I couldn't fix it. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I've solved the issue this week. And the second disaster was, of course, Amy's death, which I did not see coming at all. And in all honesty, I actually thought Glenn would be the one to go first, because usually when I like a character in a show, or I show some affection towards that character, they always end up dying. So I'm glad Glenn's not dead. It was a shame to see Amy go, especially after the performance from the actress who plays Andrea. Just absolute devastation on her behalf. And it'll actually be really interesting this week to see how the character handles that tragedy, and if she will continue with trying to survive, or whether she'll just give in. So no doubt we'll see more of that this week, and it's going to be a sad episode, I bet, what with the funeral and that, and yeah, not looking forward to watching that. Also, last episode, we met a new group of survivors led by Guillermo, I believe his name was, like Guillermo del Toro, that's how I remember his name anyway. He was looking after a group of elderly people who had been abandoned by previous hospital staff, I guess, and they were protecting them, looking after him, and Rick gave him half the guns he looted from his old police station. So he took half the guns, he gave them half the guns, which in retrospect I think was a good decision. I think that was the best of two worlds, like keeping half and giving them half so they can protect themselves, because no matter what those guys look like gang members and stuff, they were actually doing good. They were trying to put other people first instead of themselves. So yeah, I'm glad Rick gave them half the guns. Of course, we should also mention Jim, who we met. He was a bit doolally in the last episode. Of course, the traumatic event of seeing his family die in front of him had some effect on him, and yeah, he seems to have lost his mind a bit. And like I said last episode as well, I don't trust him really. I've got a feeling he's going to cause some trouble in the future, whether it's accidental or deliberate, like he has a panic attack or something and gets them all into trouble, I don't know. But yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on him. And finally, of course, last but not least, Merle, who is still missing. He now has their vehicle, and he's missing one hand. He has a vendetta, and yeah, he's going to be out for some revenge. So it'll be interesting to see if he turns up in these final two episodes, or whether it will wait till next season for him to reappear. But yeah, I'm looking forward to where they go with that. So with that review quickly out the way, let's just get straight into the episode. This is Season 1, Episode 5, and I can't wait. Oh no. I bet she's been there all night. That's a point, actually. I'm not sure how long it takes them to turn in this. Like, turn from dead bodies into zombies.
She's gone.
She is absolutely devastated. It's going to take a lot to snap her out of that. Beautiful.
We need to deal with it. Same as the others. I'll tell her how it is. Andrea.
I know how the safety works.
Well, I thought she had a bit of a soft spot for Rick. Maybe she does, she's just... Her world has collapsed.
Our people go in that
Who
row
is that
over there.
who died?
We don't burn them.
Oh, Glenn.
We bury them. Understand? People go in that row over there.
See, I knew I liked Glenn. He's got a heart.
Got scratched during the attack.
You got bits.
Scratched.
Fine.
Then show me.
So I don't know if scratches count in this universe, or if it's just bites.
Don't tell. Please.
A walker got it. A walker bit Jim.
Oh well. I guess I won't have to not trust him for much longer.
Okay. Show it to us.
Okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Oh,
I'm
fuck.
okay. I'm okay.
Do what you need to do. Someone needs to have some balls and take care of this damn problem.
Hey! We don't kill the living.
He says that with a
Funny.
gun in his hand.
Coming from a man who just put a gun to my head.
Exactly.
We may disagree on some things, not on this.
Is she gonna wake up? Hope she doesn't wake up and bite her.
I'll do it. He's my husband.
Was that Ed? God, all his midsection was missing. They must have eaten all his like stomach and stuff. She can take all that anger out into. Oh no. No, 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 no. Don't do that. You know you're in a zombie apocalypse. Don't.
Amy.
Is she gonna get bit as well?
I love you.
I know she just had to kill her sister, but using a gun probably wasn't a good idea to attract more zombies. I think they're doing the right thing with him. They need to keep him separated. Like, if he does turn, they need to be able to confine him to somewhere.
I need you to help.
We're looking for a lifeline. I say swim toward the closest ship, not further out to sea. Why can't you back me up?
Look, I want to. It's just... I don't see it.
If it was your family, you'd feel differently.
Uh-oh, don't say anything.
What'd you say to me? I kept them safe, man. I looked after them like they were my own. That's what I did, man.
I didn't mean it that way.
Well, how'd you mean it? Go on, man. How'd you mean it?
You misinterpreting me, man. You're just hearing it wrong.
Yeah?
Look, you know I can never repay that debt, okay?
Oh yeah, you wait till you find out that he slept with your wife, mate. Then you'll think the debt's been paid, and more. Has he got Rick in his sights? The fuck is he thinking? Shane. Don't be a douche, I like you.
Jesus.
I know.
Oh no, don't say he's...
You're gonna have to start wearing reflective vests out here.
I don't want to see them two fighting. What's the bets Dale knows about Shane sleeping with Rick's wife as well? I bet he does know. And now he's seen him aim that gun at him. That means Dale's a threat to Shane, if Shane decides to go down that road.
I'm leaving a note and map behind for you. Taped to a red car, so you can follow our trail. We're heading to the CDC. If there's anything left, it's got to be there, don't you think?
Questions? We're not going.
That's a bad decision. The journey begins. I've got a feeling they're never going to find the CDC. The fact we're in season 7 sort of gives that away, but
This ride's killing me. Leave me here.
don't think it's the ride that's killing you, mate. I think it's the big ass zombie bite.
Done. Just leave me. I want to be with my family.
Man, I'm not sure I could live with that.
It's not your call. Either one of you.
Jeez, man, what a decision.
Another damn tree.
Hey, Jim. I mean, you know it doesn't need to be this.
No. It's good. Breeze feels nice.
Thanks for fighting for us.
Okay.
Is Daryl going to put a crossbow in his head? To be fair, I think that would be the more humane thing than leaving him there just to die slowly in turn. What a way to go. Well, I still didn't trust Jim, but I feel like he did the right thing. Even though, me personally, I'd ask him to put a crossbow bolt in my head or something.
Jenner here. It's day 194 since Wildfire was declared, and 63 days since the disease abruptly went global. There's no clinical progress to report.
Is this the CDC? So I'm taking the CDC is actually there then. Shows you how much I know. Is he there on his own? Don't get acid on your gloves, you moron.
Alert status. Air qualifiers indicate corrosive fumes.
Oh my
All
God.
personnel must clear the room. Corrosive element is... All personnel clear. Full decontamination in effect.
I think tomorrow I'm gonna blow my brains out. I haven't decided. But tonight, I'm getting drunk.
Well, seems like a good decision if you're planning on blowing your brains out. I feel like I can smell what they're smelling because there's so many flies. That's a lot of dead zombies. Ah, so this is where that guy is.
We'll think of something.
Let's get out of here.
Let's go.
Please.
Open the door. Yeah, you see
The camera, it moved. You imagined it.
It moved. It moved. Okay, even if it did, man, it's an automated device, man. It's gears, okay? They're just winding down. Now, come on.
No, just go away.
Just look at me. We're desperate. Go. Please help us. We have women, children, no food, hardly any gas left. There's nowhere else to go. Please. Keep your eyes open. You don't let us in. You're eliminating us. Please. Come on, brother. Let's go. Let's go.
Let him in. Don't get on my asshole list. There we go. Finally, some good luck. Woo! So there we have it, Season 1, Episode 5, and we had a sort of a happy ending there. Does that class as a happy ending? Rick and the group have all found shelter. It seems they've found a new facility, and that guy seems to work for the CDC, because that's where they were heading. So it looks like they've finally found shelter. They've probably found food. There's probably really protected in there as well. So hopefully things are on the up, but I doubt it. Even though they have entered that building though, I'm a bit worried about that guy in that CDC building, because he seems to be showing some of the same symptoms as Jim in the previous episode, where he seems a bit crazy. He seems to have a bit of a screw loose. He even said that he's probably going to put a bullet in his brain tomorrow, but maybe that's just down to him being on his own all that time. Maybe he's not crazy, he just saw no other way out, and of course he burnt all the samples, so like an idiot. But yeah, maybe he'll turn out to be a good character, but I'm not putting too much stock in him at the moment. I'm going to have to wait and see what sort of guy he is, because at the moment first impressions aren't that good. Also this episode, of course, we saw Amy put to rest, and I like the way they handled it in this episode. They had Andrea actually kill the zombie version of Amy, and had her bury her also, so it was almost like we were visually seeing the acceptance that she's dead. And I'm glad the character Andrea has seemingly, for now, got over it. And not like got over losing her sister, but got over the initial shock, and she's learning to deal with it, and she's going to move on in the story rather than being this like dead weight with a group, and just being I don't know, feeling sorry for herself all the time. Even though she has every reason to, at least she's like trying to progress forward. Also this episode we said goodbye to Jim, and even though I said I didn't trust him, which I stick by, I didn't trust him. He seemed a bit of a loose cannon, but I think he did the right thing the way he went out. He decided for them to leave him there, and even though if it was me, I'd ask him to put a bullet in my brain, because I wouldn't want to sit there and just slowly turn, because that'd be horrific. But he separated himself from the group, so they are no longer in danger with him about. it's a sad moment. I mean, I didn't know the character that well, but like I say, I think he did the right thing in the long run. Also, this episode, Shane was acting a bit out of character. I think it was a step too far, him aiming his shotgun at Rick. He probably saw an opportunity and felt jealousy in that moment because of what Rick said, but still, I don't like the fact he aimed his gun at Rick. I hope they don't take that any further. I hope that's the end of it, because Shane is the one that slept with his wife, and even though he knew he wasn't dead, he just knew he was unconscious in the hospital, whereas the wife thought he was dead. So I know he looked after his family, but I don't want Shane thinking that if he kills Rick, then that's the end of his problems, because that's not how it's going to work. I'm just hoping once Rick does find out about Shane and Laurie that they have a fight, they sort it out, and then they're friends again. I hope it doesn't come to the point where they feel like they have to kill one another, because from this episode so far, it seems like they've got a really strong relationship, and I hope they stick together, because they seem like good partners in this zombie apocalypse, and I think together they could achieve a lot and help others survive a lot longer. Finally, we learnt the name of the guy at the first episode, Morgan, with his son Dwayne. I wondered what his name was for so long, but yeah, it's Morgan, and Rick was trying to get in contact with him again to let him know that Atlanta's not safe. So I'm guessing we're going to see him come back into the series at some point if he's left a note behind and that, and he may stumble upon the group again at some later point, which I'll be happy to see. I mean, I like those two characters in the first episode, and I like the kid Dwayne who smashed him around the head with a shovel. He seemed like he was ready to kill zombies. He didn't want no one touching his family. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Morgan back in the show and Dwayne, and hopefully they meet up with him again soon. I do wonder at this point, because they're bringing those two back as well, whether we'll see Guillermo in his group again at some point. I wouldn't put it past them, so maybe they'll stumble upon each other later on in the series or something, and maybe help each other out, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. So that's about it, apart from Merle, who's still missing. I'm wondering now whether he'll turn up as a season finale thing, and just pitch up, or whether they'll wait, like I say, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, that is it. Good episode, a bit slow. It was just a bit of them moving about and then moving on to the next location and coming to terms with the people who got hurt in the previous attack. So I'm super excited for the next episode. I wonder what they're doing in the season finale. Like I say, probably Merle will come back, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, loved it. Can't wait for next episode. So until next time, guys, as always, thank you for watching, thank you for commenting, and thank you for liking the video. Until the next episode, bye-bye.